Now, he never knew he was a subject in a U.S. government experiment, but he suspected something. Is that right?
Yes. He's told a good friend of his in Italy, Texas, that the doctors kept flying in and out of his room, practicing to be doctors. And he told his friend, they guinea pigged me.
We interviewed Elmarine Allen a number of times, and she talked about how growing up her father would say that. And then when she was leaving for college, he said, watch out, don't let the U.S. government guinea pig you. And they always thought, well, Elmer had some kind of, he was sort of quirky, and he had this delusion that the government had experimented on him.
The sad part about and the tragic part about Elmer's story is that nobody believed him. He went to his doctor and told him, I think I've been injected with something. His doctor diagnosed him as a paranoid schizophrenic at the same time that he was conversing with the atomic energy scientists in Argonne National Lab to provide them with tissue samples. And
Wait. His doctor said he was a paranoid schizophrenic. At the same time, his doctor was providing Elmer's tissues to the government scientists doing the experiment?
That's correct. That's what the medical records show.
Force Base in New Mexico, and this is the Air Force Research Laboratory, and we're standing here in front of what we call Active Denial System 0. This weapon offers a long-range ability to reach out and give a non-lethal effect to a human and tell them, don't come here. they'll know, they'll get the point, but it's much longer range than any non-lethal weapon up to this point. The 95 gigahertz millimeter wave goes through the air, it's silent, and it's invisible to the human eye. We chose 95 gigahertz specifically because it goes through the air without losing much of its energy.
Active denial produces millimeter waves and can focus them on targets over 500 meters away. The heating sensation begins almost immediately.
And it's very similar to if you were to reach out and touch a hot stove and you were to jerk your hand back almost before you even think about it. It's an instinct. And this has been shown to create that effect all over your body without even thinking about it. You jerk out of the way. And basically what happens is it penetrates just underneath your skin, about 1/64 of an inch, and heats up a layer of water that's there just next to your nerve endings. And it heats up that water so that you feel like you're very hot.
Active denial produces millimeter waves and can focus them on targets over 500 meters away. The heating sensation begins almost immediately.
And it's very similar to if you were to reach out and touch a hot stove and you were to jerk your hand back almost before you even think about it. It's an instinct. And this has been shown to create that effect all over your body without even thinking about it. You jerk out of the way. And basically what happens is it penetrates just underneath your skin, about 1/64 of an inch, and heats up a layer of water that's there just next to your nerve endings. And it heats up that water so that you feel like you're very hot. Basically what happens is it penetrates just underneath your skin, about 1/64 of an inch, and heats up a layer of water that's there just next to your nerve endings. And it heats up that water so that you feel like you're very hot.
My name is Will Nesbitt. Up until a few years ago, my life was pretty simple. Avid reader, musician, entrepreneur. Like I said, a simple, average life. Then, in 2019, I began experiencing some rather strange events. Harassing messages from strangers. I had the feeling that I was being watched. Am I being followed? All of that was unnerving enough, but the worst was yet to come. I started experiencing these sharp pains in my legs. It almost felt as though I was being shocked or some sort of mild electrocution. I couldn't figure it out. It was painful. And it mostly happened when I was in bed. And then over time, it started to happen in other areas of the apartment, affecting mostly the legs. Then it would move to different areas, like the groin, my head, arms, until it was all over my body. Searing, singeing pain all over my body from the heat of these electromagnetic projectiles. Restlessness, headaches, dizziness, the confusion of not knowing what was happening, who was doing it, or why. But what I did know is that it wasn't just me. It wasn't just in my head. This was real. This was deliberate. This was intentional and malicious. I needed answers. I kept thinking, with everything that's happening, it just all seemed connected. And it couldn't just be a coincidence. Well, I would soon learn that everything was connected. It followed. Anywhere and everywhere I went, from Georgia to Louisiana, it followed. And at first there was a lot I didn't understand until I learned the patterns. And that's when I figured it out. Look how he just cut me off, right?
You can get the fuck out my motherfucking face, bro, cause I don't know who the fuck you is.
You can get out my face.
I don't know who the fuck you is. You get the fuck in your car. Get in your car. What's happening? Get in your car.
Get in your car.
This is not science fiction. It's not satire. This is real. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, non-stop. Combined with the harassment from strangers and the constant surveillance, life as I knew it has completely changed. These were real experiences that were once difficult to understand and even harder to explain. The problem is not lack of evidence. I have plenty of that. The problem is lack of awareness. The problem is a lack of willingness to see and believe what is happening. The problem is a lack of courage and a willingness to fight. We must fight this. Not only just for me, but for all of us. Because today, it's me. But tomorrow, you could be next. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it.